no, no, I give up, no, 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 I give up, no, no, can't deny that no, no, I give up, no, 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 I give up.
Hey guys! Welcome back to our channel. Oh, teka nga. Wala nga pala tayong channel. Right. So guys, in the midst of this pandemic, puro bad news na lang yung nakukuha natin. But we are here to share a bit of good news that came out of this pandemic. And we are more than happy to share this with you guys. So, but before we do, i-share muna namin yung aming journey before this all happened.
Alright guys, so I was diagnosed with Pcos or polycystic ovarian syndrome. So I was prescribed to take medications like hormonal pills, metformin to help me regulate my cycle. So we got married like when?
November 17, 2018.
Yeah, and we've been trying to conceive since then. We decided not to really control because we know that Pcos are mostly associated with infertility issues. And since my period is not really regular, I'm not really ovulating. So sometimes I'm taking medications to induce my period.
And as well, given the fact that it is known that she has an aneurysm, an active aneurysm, and she's got a slip disc, it would be really hard to conceive, if it gets a bit later in life. So we've decided to not really control and just let things happen, basically.
We've been trying to conceive for 21 months. I know it's not really too long as compared to other TTC couples who have undergone so much struggles of negatives, emotional pains with fertility meds and treatments but still got no luck. It's not too long as compared to those couples who have been trying for years, but the pain is also real. And today we just want to send some love and hope to those couples who have been trying to conceive and waiting for their season to come. I know how it feels because I've joined different kind of support groups or different trying to conceive support groups, and I'm really saddened every time I see people trying to oppose or trying to tell people like us or to those members na they're really fed up whenever they see negatives in their pregnancy tests, and they're fed up with all the medications but still got no luck to see 2 lines in their pregnancy tests.
Right, so based on our experience naman on our TTC journey, it was kind of hard and rough as well. Kasi dito sa UK, it's not hindi kagaya kasi katulad sa Pilipinas na we can just go to any doctor that we want and then boom, we'll get the process started straight away. You need to wait for a couple of months but there's a certain period of time before a fertility specialist will be able to see you or give you advice on how to proceed, basically. So we had an opportunity na umuwi sa Pilipinas last year, just for holiday. Actually, it's for her sister's wedding, and we had to go home and celebrate with them, of course. So we decided as well na i-spend din yung time na yon to
go back to my OB.
Yan.
So since I didn't have my period for about 2 to 3 months back then, so I decided to go back kay doc, and she prescribed me with medication to induce my period, and I think that's Provera and fertility meds to check if I can release
ovulate or
I
kung
can
may
ovulate or I can
magre-respond.
release eggs with a specified period of time. So since very compressed yung time namin during that time, because it's just 3 weeks?
3 weeks?
Yeah. So we went to the doctor like every other day and
kasi we had to undergo with the medication na binigay kasi we need to also undergo follicle monitoring, so it means that we need to go back to the doctor every other day to have an ultrasound just to see if she is responding to the medication that was given.
But the sad thing is for that follicle monitoring 3 times ata yun, sad thing, hindi ako nag-ovulate, walang lumalaking itlog. So,
and it was
a failure.
Kasi, it was so close to our flight na rin kasi, so I'm not sure if it's also a combination of yung stress and anxiety na na-experience namin.
Our first trial was a failure. So, when we go back to the OB, sabi ko, Doc, can you prescribe me with another round of the medication? But ayaw niya, since I'm going back to UK, and I need to do the follicle monitoring if I will take the fertility medication. But sabi ko, Dok, sige na, isang trial pa please, kahit na wala ng follicle monitoring, malay mo, this is my chance. But since yun nga, she knows na it's really hard to get an appointment here in the UK, she gave me another trial of the medication. Come January, when I tried to take the medication, failure pa rin for the second time around. And good thing na February, I got the letter na meron na kaming appointment with the fertility specialist. But during that time, sabi ng OB, so I had an ultrasound and it was diagnosed na I still have Pcos. So since I have aneurysm, she told me that I need to have the result, sabi niya. So stop muna tayo ng any kind of treatment. I need to have the result so I know where I am sa procedure or sa workup namin. So, and this pandemic thing happened. So, lahat na cancel. MRI.
Lahat na push back. Kasi we were scheduled na siya for like an MRI. We had already seen a neurologist. He already sent out the order to have an MRI of her head just to see where we are with the aneurysm. It was also God's grace actually na hindi umatake yung slip disc niya for that duration, which is a plus. But then with the pandemic nga, as we mentioned, hindi siya naging madali kasi we had to move things around. They had to like cut non-essential scans and treatments just to make way to treat COVID basically. And then after, when was that? August?
Okay, so March, the fertility specialist gave me a medication that's a 3 months medication. And I didn't have a period for March up until July. So, very worried na ako na bakit ganito, hindi pa rin ako nagkakaroon ng period. It's the very first time na ganun kahaba. Yung
siya nagkaroon.
Month na hindi ako nagkaroon, and I really have a lot of pimples na in my back, sa face ko, as in sobrang pangit ko na talaga. So I'm really worried. So I called back the clinic. Sabi ko, Doc, can you please prescribe me any medication to help me induce my period? Sabi ko, I cannot take it anymore kasi ang bigat-bigat ng pakiramdam ko, parang ang laki-laki na ng puson
she's so
ko,
cranky
ganyan.
That time. Alam niyo yun, nothing is good enough.
Yeah, so like I have to give a call ng napakaraming beses kasi parang I believe I don't know if they closed the clinic or what. When I got the chance na makausap the secretary, and she relayed that to the doctor, and the doctor called me and she told me that she's gonna give a letter with the prescription nga ng medication to help me induce my period. And when I got the letter, we went to the hospital and kumuha kami ng meds. So that's Provera. Yun, that's the medication I have to take. And the Provera, double dose siya actually. During that time, nung nasa
Di man double
Pilipinas
dose, pero
ako,
mataas ang dose niya as compared to last time.
nung nasa Pilipinas kasi ako, I am only taking one tablet. But this time around, so twice yung binigay niya sa akin for 5 days, for 2 months, for 2 consecutive months. Then, July 21, yeah, I took the first cycle. I'm waiting for my period to come. Like, August na, ilang days na after kong mag-take. My MRI schedule
was, I think
August.
it was the 15th of August.
Yeah.
So one of the parameters or one of the conditions na kailangang ma-assure namin is, of course, before undergoing any type of scan, you need to make sure that if you're expected pregnant
yeah.
or you think you are pregnant, then don't go. So of course, nag-check muna kami just to make sure that everything is fine.
Well, wait. I have the urge to check because yun nga, worried ako. So if they ask me kung I already take the PT, masasabi kong yeah, I already took one and it's negative, ganyan. So since nga previously kasi I am hoarding like PTs and I don't want him to really feel bad about me. What I did was I ordered sa Amazon ng PT test and have it delivered sa bahay ng friend ko.
Sneaky.
To check nga if pregnant or hindi. Well, I don't want to get my hopes up kasi alam ko naman talaga na nag-take ako ng medication to induce my period. So basically, it's not really a positive one. So nung pumunta ako sa friend ko, then I took the PT. I was really in shock to see a double line. And since I will be having my MRI the next week. So I am contemplating if I'm gonna tell him or I have to delay it and have a surprise or something or to make it extra special. But yun nga, since he's a nurse and he knows the best treatment, so I have to tell him. But of course, I made sure that this is gonna be extra special. So here's the video. So I have now the result. Nanginginig ako actually. This is the very, very, very first time that I've got 2 lines for the past 21 months that we've been trying to conceive. And you know, the feeling is real. Talagang I can't believe. Whenever we feel bad, remember it's okay not to be okay. Not like that Korean movie. It's okay not to be okay. It's normal to get our emotions ahead of us sometimes because we're hurt, because we're hopeless. But you know, I wanna assure you that God is really faithful. He is good. He answers our prayers when we least expect it. And you know, when it finally happened, your hearts will be filled with so much joy.
Right, so there's the good news. And so guys, before we end this video, we just want to share this with you, especially to those who are waiting for their season to come. Whatever it may be on your prayer list, whether if it's your career, your love life, your a baby, or anything else, you just need to, keep in mind that there is a roller coaster, that this life is a roller coaster of faith. We pray and we wait, and then if God answers no to your prayers, you will get frustrated. You will start to question everything. It will just make the rift between you and God bigger than it already is. But then if we start to, if we pass that hurdle, if we pass that doubt that we have in our hearts, we will start having hope again in our hearts. we'll restart on praying, we'll keep on waiting until He give us our time, and one day, at the least expected moment in your life, it will come.
Yeah,
It will come, and God will make it happen for you as well, and you wouldn't believe it, everything will be so surreal.
So don't ever stop believing, don't ever stop hoping, and lastly, don't ever stop praying. Because God is always ready to give everything we ever dream of. And God is ready to give everything that our hearts desire. We just have to believe that it's on His time, not ours.
Yeah, and katulad nga na sinabi sa Bible in Ecclesiastes 3:1, that remember that to everything there is a season,
Yeah.
and a time to every purpose under heaven.
Dedicate this